One of my good friends, Angela's, decided to get some tree work done in her backyard. So this tree has to come out or it's just going to die. So I decided to try to put this in the garden, see if it'll survive. One, it's got to make the truck trip. And two, it's got to get planted properly. It's a very shallow base. Here it's made it to the garden. During the hurricanes, this is what happens to the trees. They split up so that they don't have as much drag. And this thing was very hard to move around, so you have to take that into account whenever you inherit plants. Is it practical to get to the space or not? So here's the hole I've dug. Doesn't need to be real deep, doesn't need to be real wide. This has a very concentrated base, probably about 8 inches deep with roots. So this is some of my mushroom compost, and this allows it to get some of the nutrients it needs. I've filled it up to the depth that I want. You never want to plant too shallow or too deep, so you need to try to do a little bit of research, see how thin the base is here. This tree is probably about 6 foot tall, maybe a little taller. So I've got it in the ground here, and at this point you really need to cut off any excess limbs, anything that's going to draw any more moisture, because it's got to get a root base started. So all this will be cleared away. Some of the dead limbs up top will be taken off. But I think it'll be a nice addition. Look how much shade it puts off. And it appears it's going to be okay here. I'm going to water it today and tomorrow. One issue I've got with the garden is I have to put a lot of the water by hand out here. It's a good wait, so until I get my irrigation established, I'm just going to have to walk it back and forth with a bucket. And as time goes on, I'll be able to do what I need. As you can see, this is a pretty good walk from the irrigation, so the bucket brigade will not be practical for very long. I'll have irrigation here shortly. I always enjoy getting plants from other people, and I think this banana tree will be a beautiful addition if it survives. We get hot summers and cold winters, but not scared to try things, and if it grows, that's good. If it doesn't, I can try something else. But I think this is just beautiful.